Who wants a Super Bowl rematch? Well, I certainly don't, and we know you guys do. We're going to walk you through it. This is the game plan here on RGR Football. I'm Ryan Tracy. This is Dan Harms. We are here to tell you how it should go, not necessarily how it will go, but what we think is the best plan for your Chiefs versus the 49ers coming up in what is probably the biggest remaining ball game right now for a team that looks like it's wounded but can still hurt you. We're going to get into it. We're going to start right off the bat. Make sure you like, sub, hit the bell, become a member of this channel. If you want all the extra content, join as well at the rookie level or above. And if you want the gear that Dan's got on or that I have on, you can get it in the store right below. Thanks for being with us, Dan. Top of the list, what do they got to do to get a win? What's priority one?
Defense has to be what it has been the last 3 weeks. Chris Jones, hello, everyone. That interior offensive line is not very good for the San Francisco 49ers. Take advantage of it. And Chris Jones getting bodies thrown at him doesn't really matter right now. He's still doing everything for this defense, lining up at defensive end, lining up, picking up, just kind of pointing guys out, going after them. And Chris Jones needs to take over this football game. We will talk about the offensive side of the Chiefs, but right now, you have to be able to stop them from going at the middle of the field. How do you do that? You force Brock Purdy to get out of the pocket. If he's sitting in there, he's going to hit you over the middle of the field off of play action, even though they haven't been using a ton of it this year. I would bet they're going to go back to some of it this week against the Chiefs because it is what Kyle Shanahan wants to do. And in this situation, he doesn't really want 50-50 balls thrown at these corners. They're not allowing a ton of those completions. So Chris Jones up the middle with that interior pressure, getting one-on-ones for everybody else is the key to slowing down this very still dangerous offense.
I'm glad that you bring it up that way because when you look at Brock Purdy, his worst completion percentage and his worst yards per attempt comes when he is under pressure. Doesn't matter if you're actually blitzing, you're getting there with 4. If you're moving him off of his spot, he loses something. And that is a key. I think it plays right into Spags. I love your first point. My first one is you have the better quarterback. You have the best quarterback. Play like it, damn it. Let's not give the ball away. Patrick has turned the ball over far too much. And I hope that a little bit of a breather and maybe some watching some baseball games or something else to distract him and settle him down a little bit can start to make this like, hey, we're gonna get serious now. We're gonna stop making these silly decisions. You got to win the turnover battle with this team because they still are dangerous enough to hurt you. So it's about making sure that you're executing, and it's not anymore. Hey, Travis, we're going to get in field goal position. Let's not lateral the ball. Let's not take extra chances at this point. There's a time and place for that. Right now, they got to get back on the trip where Mahomes is the best QB. There's no discussion. There's no qualm. You got to shut everybody's mouth and go get the ball. It falls on Patrick first in my book.
That's not surprising. Like he's even said like he needs to take some more chances. He could learn a little bit from what Brock Purdy's done this year, and that's saying something because he has been a gunslinger this year, throwing it down the field to his weapons and kind of just letting it hang loose. And they've been pretty good at it. So I think that Patrick, talking this week about taking some more chances in the red zone, that'll help him play a little bit looser. So I like your point. And then this comes to the third point for me, where it's kind of the exact same thing, only you have to give Patrick time to be Patrick, right? Nick Bosa has generated the league high 34 pressures this season. It's come against 2 games against the Patriots and the Seahawks. And the reason that is because of pretty bad offensive line play in those games. Well, there's one thing the Chiefs have. It's a very good, I think from left guard to right tackle, it's a pretty good offensive line. Left tackle is going to be a problem. And they've really allowed Nick Bosa to find those matchups as well, to move around the offensive line and find matchups. He is going to be pinned against Wanya Morris all day long. That is not a matchup you typically want to see. So think back to 2022, guys. How many times did we see jet sweeps go right at Nick Bosa? How many times did we see the Chiefs leave him unblocked, making him think? All of these different things, I know that they'll be expecting it, but there are lots of different ways you can attack him and also give him some help. Just give Wanya Morris a little bit of help, Andy. I know you can do it. You might not want to, but I know you can.
I agree with you completely. Kareem Hunt, this is your weapon this week. I think this one's healthy on him. We never got the designation which side was bothering him a couple weeks ago, so let's make sure there. But it is going to fall on the running backs to chip there, and I think that's an important part. It's also the fact that they have to carry the rock. playing into the first point I made, they can't turn the ball over either. But now you have what I think is a clinically stable and stout running attack that you have to lean on. You're going to have to go back to it. I don't know that 27 carries against this defense is necessarily good for Kareem Hunt, but I do think 27 carries out of the backfield is. So whether you're supplementing with P. Ryan, whether you're using Carson Steele, I think there will be a mix there. I think at the end of the day, you need that kind of 60-40 split pass to run. You can't get held up on what you've been in the past. You have to be who you are now. And this team needs to run the ball at least a volume that keeps everybody honest, including Nick Bosa. But in particular, you got to trigger Fred Warner downhill. You got to give him something to think about. Otherwise, he's going to drift back and do what he does and take the ball away from you. That middle ground is going to be key because that's where you can exploit them if you use the run game correctly. It sets everything else up. I'm excited about it. I want to know, who's your X factor for this ballgame?
It's Xavier Worthy. Funny. The X-Man is my X factor because we've now seen that Juju Smith-Schuster currently has some type of hamstring injury. We don't know exactly, but coming out of the bye, having a practice and popping up on the injury report is not a good thing for anybody. So you have to have other guys step up. And I think Xavier Worthy, he's been getting open a lot. They're going to give him a different kind of game plan coming out of the bye. They might have to open the playbook up for a little bit more for him. I do expect some jet sweeps to, one, calm down Nick Bosa, but also you don't want to hand them off because he's just going to tackle them. What you want to do is you want to send the jet sweep, make him think it might be there, and then you throw over him to get it to the guys in space so you can create some of that outside stretch zone because they're not very fast outside of Fred Warner. They're not a fast defense. They're pretty slow. So you can attack them on the edges in different ways that they have in the past. You want to attack this run defense up the middle and then the defense itself on the edges. So I think Xavier Worthy doing a little bit of end around, some screens here and there are going to be the key to really getting him unlocked. And then that's when you pull a roof out and you hit the play action pass and you hit him deep down the sideline.
I enjoy that aspect, and I hope that the X factor on the defensive side, Justin Reed, should be it for me as well, because not only do you have Kittle, yes, you have to man him up, you're going to have to play combo on him with a high safety as well. I hope to see a little Jordan getting loose there, a little Hicks, a little airtime. I'd like to see that because Kittle's going to give it to you, so let's give him something back. You know what I mean? So I need to see Justin Reed play that. But here's the other piece. You need to be able to hand it off as well, because I think the guy that you have to protect against who just started to get going last week and really can't hurt you is Deebo Samuel. And he's going to come at you in some similar positions, whether he's jet sweeping or running out of the backfield or running out of the slot. The area that you have to guard is a similar one in the first, say, 2.5 seconds that you're getting Chris Jones to go attack the quarterback. So at the end of the day, how do you feel this one goes?
I still believe the Chiefs are the better overall team. San Francisco's got too much going on. Both of their kickers are not playing right now. They're not practicing. That could be huge in this football game. I do expect it to be close, and I will side with the team that has the better quarterback and the better kicker, and that is Patrick Mahomes and Harrison Butker. The Chiefs win this one 27-24.
You have the exact same number that I was going to use, and pretty much down to the wire. It may come down to that last possession to get to that score, but we both have it, folks. Lock it in now, just in case. 27-24 Chiefs. Make sure that you like, sub, and hit the bell. We have a special episode. Don't miss Sunday morning exclusively on the Autograph app, which you're going to be able to get to here shortly. You will have a pregame from us that will take this and take it up a notch. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate you.